So here's the final piece of the jigsaw, the 15th benefit created by the left shoulder coiling in the backswing, and it's the follow through. And the follow through is the end of the swing motion. It's not the impact of the ball. The golf swing is not 1, 2, 3 here, it's 1, 2 and 3 is the follow through. Now in the previous section we talked about having good balance, and the follow through should also be balanced. So let's put everything I know on the back of a matchbox for you. We're preparing for balance at address, we're coiling the left shoulder in balance, but we're swinging the club and we're finishing in balance. So if the little gymnast lands and stumbles, she loses a mark. She needs to spot that jump and keep her balance. When a diver dives, he mustn't lose the axis, he's got to enter the water as he should. And when you're a discus thrower or a hammer thrower, if you step out of the circle, or the javelin thrower goes beyond the line and loses balance, they're disqualified. So what does balance mean in the golf swing? It means, very simply, that the body angle that you created at address is maintained throughout the swing. So that's my sort of matchbox philosophy for you. 3 things. I've prepared for balance. My body's in the correct angle. Okay? I'm going to create power by turning my shoulder under my throat. I think you could see that I'm still in balance. I'm now going to hit the shot. Happens to be the best shot I've hit today. My body angle is the same. Now there's the key. I prepared for balance, I coiled in balance, and I delivered in balance. Now, if you hit a golf shot and you finish standing up, you're probably going to pull the ball left. It's fair to say that the amount that you stand up from address in the follow through, the amount you stand up is how far left you're going to pull it. That was a good one, I'll repeat it. You've coiled in balance, you've released in balance. If you finish there, the amount you stand up is how far left the ball starts. Now do be careful. I am not saying to you, stay down, stay back, stay behind, or stay still. That'll kill you. All I'm saying to you is, coil and release in balance. It's a general principle. It's just composure. I think it's dramatic on the tours how few golfers, when you watch them play and they're hitting the ball tremendous distances, they keep their composure. It's not very often in the modern era that a golfer walks out of the shot. Gary Player absolutely used to. That's how Gary would play. But in the modern era, particularly with the tall men, they keep their body angle through impact. So let me reiterate, it's not stay down, stay still, stay back or stay behind. It's just simply stay centered, stay composed, stay balanced. So let's put it all together. Prepare for balance. Load the left shoulder in balance. Release the shot. Smoked it with draw. You can see my body angle is the same. My hips and my legs have come through. If I've finished here, the ball exits stage left. Obviously, when you're hitting a putt or a chip or a wedge shot, the shorter club, you're going to find it easy to keep your balance. When you get the driver in your hands, particularly you male golfers, the red mist descends and you start to throw yourself at it, you're going to actually lose the distance you're craving for. You're going to be faster if you keep your balance than if you lose it. So let me just show you this club swinging like a pendulum. My fingers are the fulcrum. If I move the fulcrum, I kill the momentum. So essentially, when this is swinging, my fingers are centered, I'm balanced, and there's momentum. The moment I move the fulcrum, I kill that momentum. You can see in the follow through. Now, if I was hitting you a little bit of a fade, starting the ball left and hitting the cut, yes, I might stand up a little bit. So a little bit of Lee Trevino, okay? And the ball works away from left to right. And as Trevino did it, a little bit of a lunge and standing up. And that's what David Ledbetter taught Nick Faldo back in the 80s. It was a sort of diluted version of Trevino's swing. So the lead-bedded pupils would come through and finish slightly up and above. So we've arrived at the end of the 15 benefits that come from the coiling of the left shoulder to the throat. We've understood, I hope, and I'm sure, that if the left shoulder coils properly, you get the 15 following benefits. When you coil the shoulder, you get your swing plane, your swing path, and your widest arc. When you load the left shoulder, your shoulders coil and twist. When you load the left shoulder, your torso and your core muscles are dragged into movement and create great power and great tempo. When the left shoulder turns and coils, the hips are made to move the correct way through about 45 degrees. In the same way the hips are pulled into action, the legs and the knee joints and the flex of the knees are dealt with. When the left shoulder coils under the throat, you're dealing with the weight shift and the distribution of the weight during the swing. When you load your left shoulder, your arms roll and rise to plane, roll and drop to roll and rise again. A complex concept, but the left shoulder deals with it. When the left shoulder coils, you know that the wrists will hinge as they should, according to your physique and the club that you're using. And when you load the left shoulder, you know the tempo and the pace of your backswing. And when you load the left shoulder, you know the length of your backswing, again governed by your physique, your fitness and the club in use. And then the icing on the cake, if you do all those things, the shoulder hits the throat, you keep your balance. And the balance, the sense of staying centered and composed throughout the swing, manifests in the final point, the one I've just made. You hold, you follow through. So, thanks for listening to me for the last 15 sessions. I do hope that you'll go to the golf course tomorrow and you'll reduce it to prepare, coil, release. Because trust me, it works.